All right, y'all. We live. We live. We live. TikTok conspiracy theories that'll make you question reality, y'all. Look, I got a good lineup. Like I told y'all, I'm gonna try to do this every day for a week. I'm gonna come on here. We're gonna tap into some of these conspiracy theories, or um, what the conscious community likes to call it. We're no longer conspiracy theorists. We're critical thinkers. You understand? Tap into some of these critical thinking topics and just tap in, y'all. Roll up, get your drink. We tapping in, y'all, on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. Shout out to all the Fifth Elements, man. Let's get it. We live, yo. Let me share my screen. Let's get this going, yo. Like I said, I'm telling you, y'all, we about to go in tonight, man. We got a lot of great topics, man. A lot of great talking points. A lot of good videos. We also gonna get a little bit into the flat Earth theory a little bit in this video. And it was crazy too, man. I don't know if y'all been paying attention, man, but they just dropped that whole Diddy documentary 50 Cent did. And overall, I'm not gonna lie. Overall, the shit was kind of ass, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Overall, the shit was kind of ass, but there was one aspect in the whole documentary that really had me like, damn, Diddy is a monster. You feel me? We're going to talk about it too. Shout out to the Fifth Elements, man. Shout out to everybody out there tapping in. We tapping in tonight, y'all. We tapping in. We tapping in. We tapping in. All right, let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Yeah, like I said, I watched it, man. But, overall, my opinion of the whole Diddy documentary that 50 Cent released, it was ass, man. I'll give it probably like a 5 or a 6. You feel me? But there was a key part of the documentary that was crazy. Okay, and we're going to talk about that. Let me pull this up right now because I thought this was crazy. I'm like, okay, this nigga right here, Diddy is crazy for this shit. Hold on. Now listen, y'all. Listen.
Imagine passing.
Listen. Okay, here we go. Right here.
Imagine.
Right here, right here, right here, right? So in the documentary, just to give y'all a quick rundown before we really start tapping into some of these critical thinking topics. So Diddy, right? Diddy had an artist. Obviously, we know Biggie, right? Biggie passed away due to gang violence and just, it's a lot, man. But anyway, Diddy promised Biggie's family like he's gonna throw the biggest funeral that New York has ever seen, which he did, millions and millions of dollars to bury Biggie, all right, during this funeral. And Puffy pretty much said that he's gonna pay for it. He was gonna pay for the funeral, all right, all expenses paid through Puffy. But later on, Puffy came back and signed some shit saying that Biggie is gonna get billed for the funeral. You understand? So it's fucked up that Puffy told Biggie's family that, yo, I'm gonna pay for this shit. But at the end of the day, Puffy ended up billing Biggie's family for the funeral. Straight monster shit. After that, I'm like, oh yeah, this nigga Puffy is crazy, yo. Listen to this.
Passing away in a workplace incident, and
Listen
instead
to
of
this.
them paying for it out of their own pocket, they take your last check and pay for your funeral. That's exactly what Diddy did to Biggie Smalls. He charged Biggie Smalls for his own funeral. And not only did he do that, but he added all of this extravagant shit. He did this by
Crazy.
making the funeral expenses a recoupable charge from Biggie's
Crazy.
future royalties. And I'm sure he inflated all of those charges. So in the long run, he actually made money off of Biggie's funeral. And
This
then
is
to top it all
crazy,
off, he
bro.
went back and changed the terms of the contract that Biggie had just signed to make the terms more favorable for Bad Boy. That should tell you right there that Diddy saw profits in Biggie's death. That explains why he took him to LA when everybody in LA told him
Yup.
not to go to LA.
Now look, for
That's
those of
why he
y'all don't
kept him
know,
in.
Biggie and Pac started beefing pretty much. And back then I remember that shit. I was young, but it was West Coast versus East Coast. I don't know if y'all remember that shit, but the beef was kind of big. A lot of people got killed, including Tupac and Biggie Smalls, right? But anyway, Puff was This is why I said all this shit, man. When you tap into some of these celebrities and you really start to align yourself with some of that demonic shit, you take the oath, you become famous and shit like that, you sell out, you gotta do certain things, bro. You feel me? This money just doesn't it's just not handed to you. You feel me, family? You gotta do certain things. And this is one thing that Puffy had to do. Okay. He seen that Biggie was starting to get older and shit like that. He started to think for himself. So this is my thing, especially as a hood nigga, as a street nigga. I can in a higher perspective, I could see why Puffy would try to get rid of Biggie. All right. But anyway, there was a war. Okay, there was a war, West Coast versus East Coast, and mad people was telling Biggie not to go over to the West Coast. Okay, supposedly Puffy was throwing a party right after Pac got killed. It was like a couple months after Pac got killed, and everybody was telling Biggie, "Yo, don't go over there. Don't go to the West Coast right now. It's hot, bro." You feel me? But anyway, Biggie ended up going over there, getting his ass killed, bro. Okay, so now everything is coming back and it is revolving around P. Diddy. Like, yo, why would you bring your hottest artist over to the West Coast when you know there is a crazy beef right now where niggas are getting killed? So a lot of this shit is coming back to Puffy. And then not to mention there's another dude named I think his name is Keith D. Right? He's like 70 years old. He's damn near on his deathbed, but he pretty much turned himself in saying that he killed Tupac, but pretty much Puffy was the one who orchestrated it and paid him $500,000 to do it. He was supposed to pay him $1 million allegedly, but he only paid him $500,000. So this is deep. All this information is coming out now, man. Okay, all this information is coming out now, and I'm not gonna downplay 50 Cent's documentary on Puffy, but I just feel like, man, we already know what's going on, bro. You feel me? We ain't that shit should have been better. You feel me? At the end of the day, like the last episode, I damn near stopped watching that shit. Like, man, I ain't even watching this shit no more. But there was, like I said, it was crazy though. That shit, but that shit right here with the whole Puffy supposed to pay Biggie's funeral and he didn't. That shit's fucked up. That nigga's a monster for that, bro. He's a monster for that, y'all. He's a monster. Listen, listen. This is the documentary. If y'all haven't caught it yet. He starts to see the price. He says, "We're going to do the biggest funeral." So look, this nigga said Puffy started to put the funeral together, and Puffy started to realize how much this shit was gonna be. So as he's planning his funeral, he's already thinking like, I'm gonna tell the family I'm gonna pay for it, but I'm gonna end up billing Biggie's family and Biggie's royalty off this album because you guys don't understand when Biggie died. It was like when it was kind of like the same type of energy as this nigga Pop Smoke. Like Biggie released his album and this shit was going solar, then he died. Just like Pop Smoke. Pop Smoke released his album, shit started to go solar, and then nigga got up out of there. You feel me? He didn't reap the benefits of his album. Both of them. That's just crazy. And it's crazy, like a lot of New York artists, I was thinking of this shit too, but a lot of New York artists, right, get killed in Cali. That shit crazy, bro. A lot of New York artists get killed in Cali. What's going on with that though? You feel me? That's a whole nother build. What's going on with that, bro? A lot of East Coast B&B rock. The list goes on, bro. But look at this though. Listen to this. This is the actual documentary. He was going to make the funeral be a recoupable charge to Biggie and death. You can't even hear it. This is one of my closest friends, and it's still one of my closest friends. I feel his loss. I just miss him so much. Sean doing a big show looks good on him. But he's not going to tell the world that Biggie was going to pay for it. Crazy. He wasn't telling the world. He was saying that he was going to pay for it. Another thing that I thought was crazy about this whole thing, too. All right, I ain't even going to go too much harder on that. It is what it is. I just wanted to bring this shit up because that shit is crazy. But another thing, too, about the whole documentary is that Puffy's rise to fame included like a crazy ass what do I want to call it, like a rampage stampede type shit with a whole crowd of people. You feel me? So in the early 90s, P Diddy was doing some shit. He was a host or something, right? He was hosting one of the biggest parties in his area at the time, and it was so chaotic that people got trampled. You feel me? Over what was it? 10 people died. It was almost like some Travis Scott shit. You feel me? Pure pandemonium. You understand that? And after that, Puffy got famous because he went on news and shit. He apologized, and it was just he rose to stardom through that that death thing that happened. You feel me? It's crazy. Just like Travis Scott too. All this shit is correlated. So that shit was a sacrifice in a way. What happened with P Diddy in the '90s when all them people got killed during his concert? It wasn't even a concert. He was just promoting it. You feel me? But that I feel like was an initiation. Okay, crazy right there. So let's get it, yo. Let's tap into some of these uh some of these conspiracy theories. Now look, we gonna look, y'all. Like we was talking about yesterday on the last live, we're gonna tap a little bit more into the Grand Canyon and how America is actually Egypt. You understand? Now let's get it. And before we do that though, we gonna do this. Before we do that, we gonna do this. Listen to Cat Williams
That's just
tap
why
in
they
about why.
chop those noses off of the.
Okay, let me make this shit bigger.
That's
Let's
just
get
why
it,
they
y'all. I got
chop
the
those
lineup is crazy
noses
tonight.
off of the Pharaoh and the Sphinx
Listen,
in Egypt in the first place is because it doesn't matter because everybody in Egypt knew it. Why do white people pay so much attention to black people if they don't like them? I don't pay attention to things I don't like. The liar knows what lie he told. Black people have lost their identity, but our oppressors have not lost our
listen,
identity.
y'all.
That's just why they chop those noses off of the Pharaoh and the Sphinx in Egypt in the first place, is because without this nose, we can tell you this is whoever it is. But with
Napoleon
that
did that shit.
nose, it can only be niggas. Why would somebody vandalize a
Yeah,
whole face and only vandalize one part?
nose.
Nobody wanted to knock an eye off or take an ear off or no chins missing. No, just the nose. Because it's a brand. That's just why they
Now look, y'all.
chop
That's what we
those
starting with.
noses.
You heard? Let's get it.
Imagine
Let's
passing
get
away
it.
in a
Let's get it, y'all. Who's about to go? Look at this right here. Look at this right here, though, y'all.
They don't tell you. The Grand Canyon isn't just a natural wonder.
Listen to this,
It
though.
holds the secrets of an ancient, advanced civilization. This is what they don't tell you. The Grand Canyon isn't just a natural wonder. It holds the secrets of an ancient, advanced
This is where I'm going
civilization.
next, y'all. This
But
is my
that's not
next
even the
vacation.
craziest thing that was
I'm going to
recently
the Grand
discovered.
Canyon.
In a 1909 newspaper article, there were claims of an incredible find saying, an explorer discovered a hidden cave filled with Egyptian artifacts. The Grand Canyon has been studied for centuries, so what's really hidden within it? This is
So
where
look, you got to think about it, family. Why aren't they telling us this though? This is the when I as every time I tap into some of these topics, I'll be like, yo, why aren't they? Why we gotta dig so deep for this shit? There's a reason, bro, because this is connected to the great activation. When you start to learn some of this real knowledge, your DNA gets activated. Therefore, you want to learn more. You're naturally heightening your vibration, all right, and disconnecting from this hierarchy society. You feel me? This anarchy society. You feel me? You're tapping more into yourself. Like this is deep, family. This is where I'm going next, and I'm getting footage. We getting footage, bro. I'm going to the Grand Canyon, bro. I'm going to the Grand Canyon. Like I'm going to, and like I said, you can only explore. What was it? We about to get into the next video too. You can only explore 10% of the Grand Canyon. I ain't gonna say too much on here, but look, I'm a rebel for the truth. I'm gonna go see that shit for real. Fuck is you talking about? I'm going up in there to see that shit.
is where things get scary. In the article, explorer G.E. Kincaid allegedly found a cave containing statues, tools, and hieroglyphs that resembled those of ancient Egypt. But here's the twist. Some scientists believe it wasn't even the ancient Egyptians, but an ancient advanced civilization called the Anunnaki.
Okay.
It's believed it was actually the Anunnaki who built the pyramids in ancient Egypt, and they also,
with the help
That's just why.
human beings. Yeah, we know that now just from tapping in yesterday. Look, let's keep going though. This is deeper than what y'all think though. Okay, I'm telling y'all, there's a lot of evidence now saying that, just tap. There's a lot of evidence that's just pointing to how America is older than we think. You feel me? America is older than we think, bro. Boom. Boom. Grandmaster of the Knights Templar, Freemason. He said he entered the sealed zones, took pictures, and then they tried to silence him. Now, look, this is a lot of men that try to do shit, like go to Antarctica and shit. And if you don't get, you feel me? I know I threw certain niggas over there, but if you going over there without getting permission, bro, it's over, bro. You feel me? It's over. That we after you. Like I said, when I go to the Grand Canyon, I'm gonna be able to access certain places that y'all niggas ain't gonna be able to access. Yeah. That's the okay. And the things that he found when he went into some of these parts in the Grand Canyons were ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs, ancient Egyptian monuments and statues and shit like that, ancient Egyptian artifacts that's in the Grand Canyons, and some of the buildings that's there and some of the ancient ruins that are there are older than the ones in Egypt. What? What, bro? I'm telling you, it's real. Get real, bro. Get real. I'm telling you. And I'm just bringing it to y'all perspective. I'm just bringing it to y'all. You gotta tap more into it. Look, this is what they found though. This is in the Grand Canyons. Look at this.
There is nothing like finding an underwater cave.
Look at this.
Just let it slip a little bit.
Look.
Why?
Hold up.
There is nothing like finding an underwater cave in the Grand Canyon.
Why
just let it slip a little bit.
It's crazy.
Why?
There is nothing like finding an underwater cave in the Grand Canyon with lots of rooms filled with priceless ancient Egyptian
artifacts. This ain't AI either, y'all. This is the shit that they trying to steal from people.
These artifacts are constructed of pure gold.
America is Egypt,
ivory,
bro.
Rubies, and diamonds. America is Egypt. I'm Newbie One.
This shit deeper than what we think.
Look what they found by the Grand Canyon, y'all. This stuff is starting to get out of hand.
Look at this,
and remember, I was telling y'all about the old Egyptian shit, like being in America and everything, right? Hold on real quick. I took a zoom in. Look at this shit, y'all. Pete, y'all see that doorway? And look what they found inside of that, John, too. Peep this. Y'all can't say that there isn't some type of connection between this shit, yo. Yo, I keep doing this. I keep
Come on, y'all. Look.
I show y'all.
That's what I said.
A lot of y'all, it's crazy. Remember when I was putting up the old
ground, I'm gonna go see that shit.
And then I was telling y'all about the Grand Canyon and everything, right? Told y'all. Just think about this. How many people is out here or out there right now just walking around? Because there's no civilization around here. Just regular people just don't be out there.
Nobody be out there.
Y'all gotta understand that there's so many mysteries on this earth, yo, that we gotta uncover.
Exactly,
you feel me?
Bro.
Yo, like and repost this, John, and you mean?
Exactly, bro. Exactly. Like he said, think about it. That's why they got half that shit. You can't go around none of that. 85% of the Grand Canyon you can't explore. You know what I'm saying? Just like some of these national parks and shit like that. Some of these national parks and these state lands, these shits is millions of miles, bro. Like, and a lot of it you can't access. There's a reason for that. All right? When you read some of these ancient texts, it tell us that man made a pact with some of these forest creatures. You feel me? And some of these mystical forest creatures, and the agreement was man would stay in the cities and towns and shit like that. You heard? Like, that's why there's zoning and shit like that. You can't just go build a fucking city or a town anywhere you want. You feel me? That's why, bro. Shit crazy. Let's keep going, man. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. And another thing, too, is when it comes to the Falcon, right? when it comes to the falcon, Horus, right? The falcon is depicted all the time, everywhere in ancient Egyptian culture. And the thing about it is the falcon is only indigenous to America. Huh? I'm telling you, y'all, this shit deep. This shit deep. Let's keep going on.
Now look at this.
Let's keep going. Yeah, let's turn this shit up. Let's get it. Let's turn this up, man.
Peace, family. So this video is going to be about how these...
Now look at this.
Here we go.
Now look
Look
at
at this,
this.
y'all. Look at this, y'all. Yes, why are they depicting the falcon so much? Like, especially when, like I said, when it comes to Egyptian culture. You feel me? You look at all the ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs, they're depicting the falcon. But look, the falcon is only indigenous to the American land. Look. We were here and then we went over there first.
Now look at this.
That was going on. We was here and then we went over there first. Then some of us got bagged up. Listen, y'all.
What does it say? People of the land of the Nile flood. I'm talking about the Mississippi.
You understand that?
Colorado River, Grand Canyon. What we talking about here?
That's
the real facts. All right, so dodge the hijack when you're thinking about Nile River today. So Tameru, the people of the land of the Nile flood. Example, the Egyptians. A Tameru is an Egyptian of the Nile flood of the Mississippi. Tameru. All right, now look at this. Remove the T, right? And remove the A in the bottom. What are you left with? You left with Ameru. Amaru. Ameru. Tupac Amaru. Amaru. The plum serpent. Remember? Tameru. Amera. Tameri. All right?
Pyramid on the Nile in Northeast Africa doesn't have stair steps going up it. It doesn't have temples on top of its summit.
It's knowledge tonight. Friday night knowledge seekers.
Those great pyramids, there are none there. And that was the clue that Egypt was writing about the Americans. And the deeper I got into the records, the clearer it got.
Wow.
They started actually saying, and because Amen loved that land so much, he said it's his beloved land, and that word was Mary, the beloved. Mary, M-E-R-I, Mary. And the land, of course, as before, is Ta. So you have the land, the beloved land, Ta Mary. And they kept that name and just put the Ta on the end of it. So Ta Mary became a Mary Ta. We simply say America. We kept the name that Egypt gave to the Americans. So that was the big mystery behind that $10 million map that Martin Waldseemüller made and then put the name America on it in 1507.
Yeah,
and
this
then
is real
those
knowledge.
who knew and those who were trying to hide things said, wait a minute, you can't put that name on here. And the next time he reprinted that map, it was off. It was gone. Because that's the name that Egypt had given the land.
Look. My bad. We on it tonight, y'all. Look, we just starting right here, y'all. We just starting. I'm telling you. We just starting, man. Word for y'all, for anybody who wants to tap in, I got the TikTok now. Y'all get me up to 50 followers, man, so I can start going live on this bitch. Get me up to 50 followers, man. We almost there.
Peace, family. So this video is going to be about how these people flipped everything with us knowing where Egypt is, where is Kemet, on down the line. Now, these people had us thinking now all of these places were literally in Africa and other places that were not of the Americas. You might as well say the true name is Turtle Island, right? The true Egypt is in
Turtle
Turtle
Island, that's the name
Island,
of
family.
America.
I'm about to tell y'all. Now, this is entertainment purposes only. This is just my perspective of what is going on, right? So listen, I was talking to Big Mama about how they say that Egypt is in Africa, but it is so many things that are out here that are being covered up to where you could say that Egypt is here. So I'm like, Big Mama, tell me where Egypt truly is. So let me show y'all. What she told me, right?
This is deep.
So the true names of the ancient lands, as remembered by flame and connected through the soul's tongue, right? So these are the names taught by modern people, whatever. The true names is the second one, and where the places really are is the third one. So check this out, family. Number 1, Egypt, Tamaru, right? Which is in America, right? Turtle Island, southeastern United States, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and Georgia. Back in those times in the beginning, right? It was all 3 of these states in one state. So this what was Egypt. Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and Georgia all was once Egypt, right? This is Big Mama telling us this now. So the next one will be the Nile River, right?
The Nile River is the Mississippi River. That's deep. Look, and me traveling down there this summer, seeing the Mississippi River, very spiritual. Very spiritual. Me putting my feet in the Gulf of Mexico, or they want to call it the American Gulf, whatever you want to call it anyway. Spiritual land. I'm telling you, something sacred about that land. As soon as I put my feet on the ground, like bare feet, I could feel it. You feel me? That land is ancient. You heard? The land is ancient.
So that would be the Mississippi River, family. Now, this is entertainment purposes only, as I said, right? This is what Big Mama is saying, right? Because Big Mama know. So she said the Nile River is the Mississippi River. So Mount Sinai is truly, right? This is Mount Sinai, the 4 corners, right? The 4 corners that they always speak of the past. This is what happened when the fracture took place.
Mm-hmm.
It's split into 4 different corners. So those 4 different corners are Arizona area, New Mexico area. Okay?
4 corners. Mount
Sinai. So the next one at the top, you will see Canaan, right? The lands of the stars. So those places are truly in the U.S. and northern Mexico.
Look, I'm telling you, the knowledge is coming out now. I'm telling you now, y'all, the knowledge.
Now look at this.
All right, I'm trying to maneuver through all this. All right, yo, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Boom.
Reducing population growth. That's the big benefit. The key thing you can.
This is the elite's whole agenda. You heard, is depopulation. All right, family. There's a lot of things going on where we can see this is their plan. All right, because they believe if the more they eliminate, you feel me, they get the population down to certain levels, they'll have more control over us. You feel me? So this is their main objective, family. Look at what some of these evil wicked scientists is doing. This shit is deep. Listen, y'all, this is Bill Gates right here. This shit is coming out from his mouth right here. Look.
Can do to reduce population growth is actually improve health.
In the developed countries, the big winners are countries that have shrinking populations.
I would like to reduce the number of people on the planet because there's too many of us.
When we invest in clean energy and electric vehicles and reduce population,
Wait. What the?
More of our children can breathe clean air and drink clean
water. That shit
water.
don't even make sense, bitch. What you talking about? Did you hear what this lady just said, y'all? What did she just say?
Peace, family.
Go
So
back. We
this
gotta go back.
Now
We
look
gotta
at
show
this.
this whole shit again. Look,
reducing population growth. That's this big benefit. The key thing you can do to reduce population growth is actually improve health.
In the developed countries are countries that have shrinking populations.
I would like to reduce the number of people on the planet because there's too many of us.
When we invest in clean energy and electric vehicles and reduce population,
Wait. What the?
more of our children can breathe clean air and drink clean water.
Now, the world today has 6.8 billion people. That's headed up to about 9 billion. Now, if we do a really great job on new vaccines, healthcare, reproductive health services, we could lower that. We're taking things that are, genetically modified organisms, and we're injecting them in little kids' arms. We just shoot them right into the vein. So in the next 5 to 10 years, for the next pandemic, we'll solve all those problems.
You say the next pandemic, there will be another pandemic.
Absolutely.
Allegedly, because you got to be careful on that. Here, this is the next video. Let's go. Here we go.
Guidestones were essentially they were just tall stone tablets.
Can I shut up? Can y'all hear?
Same exact text.
Next video. Let's go. Here we go.
Different languages. And there's some pretty weird stuff written on these tablets.
Can I shut up? Can y'all hear?
Maintain humanity under 500 million in perpetual balance with nature. Now, if you do the math, that's like a 90% reduction in the world's current population today. Besides the weird messages like keeping humanity under 500 million, it had some astronomical features. Number one, channel through the stone indicates celestial pole, which is our North Star, Polaris. Number two, horizontal slaw indicates annual travel of the sun. Number three, sunbeam through the capstone marks noontime throughout the year. Now, one of the channels that they were talking about drilled through the stone was this one right here.
Listen, y'all, this is what we're about to tap into. Listen.
You could walk up to this hole and see it aiming at Polaris, the celestial pole.
Aiming at Polaris. Now, listen, y'all. This is deep. This is deep, y'all. All right. Pay attention to what he said, Polaris. Now, this is very deep. This is a star that literally doesn't move. You heard? This is a star that doesn't move. Therefore, letting us know that the earth is flat. You feel me? The earth is stationary. Listen, y'all, this is deep.
God's throne room is Polaris, and Polaris proves a flat.
Listen,
God's
y'all.
throne room is Polaris, and Polaris
Here we
proves
go.
a flat biblical earth. Did you know that the word Polaris literally means heavenly? In Revelation, it says, "And he that sat was to look upon like a jasper and a sardine stone, and there was a rainbow round about the throne in sight like unto an emerald." Emerald, sardine, jasper. Now I'm going to show you Polaris through a telescope.
See that? That's crazy. Look, that's what a star looks like if you look at it with a high power camera. Looks like a pulsing light. Water. Shit is deep. Look at this, yo. That shit deep.
This is
She's
what
going
we
in.
think
I can't
God's
watch. She's
throne
going
room
in
would
right
look
now.
like.
She's
This
cooking.
is a
Let her cook.
1535 Mercator map. Polaris would sit right about here, which is directly above Black Rock. Yes, you heard that right. Black Rock. You know what else would be right about here? The Northern Lights, which also happen to be the exact same color as Polaris. In the Bible, over and over again, we see, "I am the Lord, I change not." Did you guys know that Polaris is the only star that has never and will never move? Every other star circles around Polaris.
Did y'all hear what she said? That's very deep. This is deep, bro. This is deep. Polaris is the only star that doesn't move. The rest of the stars move around Polaris. You understand? Is this where certain top energies and creators is sitting? Deep. She's cooking. Let her cook. Let's let.
Here we have one of the stones from the Georgia Guidestones. This tiny little hole was set on Polaris. You could look through this hole at any time of the year and Polaris would be right there unmoved. But conveniently, these stones were destroyed in 2022. And for those that will say, oh, Polaris does move or it goes around in a small circle, then why do all star finders work off of Polaris being the unmoved star? We have no recorded history of it moving at all, ever. Our constellations have always been the same. They've never changed, even a little bit. God is amazing, and we can prove every single thing in the Bible. Regardless of what scoffers say, we have visual evidence of everything. Check out my YouTube if you'd like to stay connected. It's the exact same username as it is on here. Because TikTok took this video down twice now.
Yeah, you already know. That's why you got to be careful, man. That's why it's an alleged, and that's why you have to stop your videos when you are reacting to some of these videos. You have to constantly stop them because you heard you got to like mute them, stop, talk. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know, that's deep. That's very deep, man. Very, 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 very deep right there. Polaris. See? Flat Earth, though, man. I'm telling you, the Earth is flat. We living on a flat Earth. We living on a plane of existence.
The Earth is flat?
You understand that?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I completely disagree with you. Okay. So, you're in New York, it's 8 p.m. It's nighttime. You FaceTime someone in LA.
Look, yo, we about to go through some of the best evidence and best videos that I could find of flat Earth. You heard? Flat Earth, y'all. Let's get it.
The light is out. You know, the sun is out. How do you explain that? The sun moves. The sun moves. Not the Earth. Not the Earth. The sun. Just like it appears in your eye when you wake up in the morning and the sun is in the east and you literally see it move across the sky. You don't feel yourself moving, but you're watching the sun go from east to west during the day. So it just bounces back and forth. You see it move. No, it goes in a circle. It goes in a circle. Okay, so we're saying that the Earth can be a level circle. It's just not a ball that you live on the outside of. Let me ask you, where does the yolk exist on an egg? On the inside or the outside? Inside. Could the yolk stick to the outside? No, but the yolk of an egg and the Earth, I don't think is a fair comparison. Water always finds its what? It finds its level. It doesn't find its curve.
Exactly.
It cannot curve on the outside of a surface. See, if you can't recreate something in a lab or some shit like that,
to get into it,
you're
y'all.
just telling us some shit. Well, that's
I'm going to show y'all scientific videos.
You still believe
that
the
Earth is flat?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
It's just a start right here.
I completely disagree with you.
Let's get it, y'all. We in the shadow.
So,
look at that. 7 likes, 4 viewers.
You're in New York. It's 8 p.m. It's nighttime.
Crazy shadow.
You FaceTime someone in LA.
Good. We still here though.
It's 5 p.m. The light is out. You know, the sun is out. How do you explain that? The sun moves. The sun moves. Not the Earth. Not the Earth. The sun. Just like it appears in your eye when you wake up in the morning and the sun is in the east and you literally see it move across the sky. You don't feel yourself moving, but you're watching the sun go from east to west during the day. So it just bounces back and forth. You see it move. No, it goes in a circle. It goes in a circle. Okay, so we're saying that the Earth can be a level circle. It's just not a ball that you live on the outside of. Let me ask you, where does the yolk exist on an egg? On the inside or the outside? Inside. Could the yolk stick to the outside?
Crazy though. It's crazy.
God's
it's
throne
crazy,
room is
You still believe the Earth is?
Get it, y'all. Get it. That's the syllabus, man. Not no shit, dude. Not Earth. towards the night. I already feel the energy out there. What? Okay. How's young girl? Shit. I guess he alright. I hope he alright. Shit, man. We all men, man, finding our way. I ain't talked to him in a minute. Like days, maybe a week. He doing his thing though, man. Chilling. Pretty sure he's live right now. Let's keep going, y'all. Look.
You really believe the Earth's flat?
Yes.
I want to know, like, definitively why you believe that.
Flat Earth actually brought me to God, not the Bible. The first page of Genesis talks about the firmament. Why the Earth is flat is because, Bradley, you've never in your life seen a picture of Mars, Jupiter, Pluto that's not computer generated. Look at Operation Fishbowl Dominic. Dominic in Latin means of the Lord, fishbowl of the Lord. They shot rockets to try and crack the firmament. That's why when you go scroll out with Google Earth, which all the photos were taken by Google plane, not a satellite.
Why would satellites just be fake?
Go on Google, search up satellites and scroll. Tell me how many of those photos are computer generated fakes.
Yeah, I guess maybe they'd be fake.
Now, if you look at the ones that are real, it's the ISS. They've been caught with harnesses, wires, green screen, chroma keys, blue screens. They've been caught faking space. How can you have a pressurized system like Earth? It's a logical fallacy. And you're going to say gravity? Gravity is not, it's just a theory. It's a math model. The foam is denser than the medium that surrounds it, which is air. If it was lighter, it would float. It would be more buoyant. You telling me a helium balloon is the only element that defies gravity? A f***ing balloon? A little Pikachu balloon is beating gravity that's holding f***ing big Bradley and skyscrapers to the f***ing ground? A helium balloon's beating it? No, it's more buoyant.
Wait, but you really believe the Earth's flat?
Yes.
I want to know, like, definitively why you believe that.
I'm telling you, family. Look, we about to get into it here. Here we go. Here we go.
Can I blow your mind right now?
Yeah, I wanted to show you.
Okay. If the center of the Earth is hot, why is the bottom of the ocean cold?
You understand that? Listen.
Right, let that sound.
Listen. Listen, family. Look, a lot of the shit that we learned, we got to relearn. We got to relearn. Look, they tell us that the Earth has a core. You heard? The Earth has a core and it's burning. It's hot as hot lava. So if that's the case, why is the ocean hot? Telling you, y'all, this is deep.
Let that sink in. So you're closer to the source of the Earth's heat, but the water is colder. It doesn't make sense. So Chris and I were talking about this because we were flying to see our sister last summer, and we're going over the ocean. And I said, make it make sense, Chris. Scientists expect us to believe that the center of the Earth is 100% pure lava, which is liquid fire. You can look this up. So shouldn't the bottom of the ocean be boiling water? Well, it's not. It's cold water. So there's only one explanation for this. There's only one explanation. And that is that the center of the Earth is actually frozen.
Wow.
And if this is a hard thing to believe, you just have to look to the evidence. And who gives us the evidence?
The first time I heard this, and it was
the same scientists that try to tell us that the center of the Earth is hot. Okay, so if you really want to go down this rabbit hole with me, ask yourself why 50% of scientists say that the dinosaurs were killed by the Ice Age, and the other 50% say it was because of volcanic eruptions. Well, if the center of the Earth is frozen, what comes out of a volcano? I think you know where I'm going with this. Can I blow your mind right now?
Told you.
Okay.
Flat Earth.
If the center of the Earth is hot, why is the bottom of the ocean?
Wait.
Flat Earth, y'all. This shit is deep.
Because you know how I figured it out? What's 1 times 1?
1 times 1 is 1.
To means to do what? To make more, right?
Yes.
Increase in number?
Yes.
Multiply?
Yes.
How can 1 times 1 equaling 1 be part of the multiplication table? It fails to satisfy the term multiply. It doesn't multiply. Does it? What's an action times an action?
You got some weed.
No, I'm asking you. Honestly, I'm asking you. Reason. Reason. I want you to reason.
I don't know.
What's an action times an action? A reaction. Right?
Okay.
Have you ever seen an action times an action without a reaction? Have you? No. Because equanimity is the currency of the universe. There's always an action times an action having a reaction. So how can 1 times 1 equal 1? How can A times B just be A and not B? What happened to consequence?
Terrence, these are late night conversations.
These are
bro.
These
they are.
This is the beginning of our understanding. It should fit. What kind of calculator you got? What kind of phone you got?
iPhone?
Okay, go to your calculator.
Whatever the new.
No, go to your calculator.
Nah, this
go to
is
your
deep
calculator.
though, y'all, for real. This shit is
Go to your
deep.
calculator.
Yeah, I
you
got
do too. You got iPhone?
What are we doing?
I want both of y'all to do 2 separate things. I want to do the same thing to start with. Turn it to the side.
Okay.
All right, now I want you to both hit the number 2. Did the whole calculator show up?
Hit number what?
Hit the number 2.
Number 2.
Go to the square root. It is the second column from the left, 3rd row. It'll have that squiggly thing.
All right.
You
1.4.
get 1.4142135623733095.
Holy
now
crap.
I want you two to do 2 separate things now. 2 separate things. I want you to multiply it by 2, hit times 2, equal, don't you do it.
Okay.
And I want you to hit x to the 3rd. X to the 3rd, it's going to be
Times 3?
No, x to the 3rd.
Oh, X. Oh, okay. I see it.
X to the 3rd.
Yeah, I got you. All right. 1.1.
No, you didn't hit x to the 3rd.
Yes, I did.
If you hit x to the 3rd.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right.
So
I
go
did
back
that.
again.
Okay,
You
so
keep
now
yours where you are.
Yeah, I'm
2,
good.
2
square root, and hit x to the 3rd.
All right,
2.828, 4271, 2174, 6190. The same value you got.
Yeah.
Shout out my nigga Q.
By multiplying it by 2.
Yeah.
And he just cubed it. Divide it by 2 again. Both of y'all. Divide
it by 2.
No, divide by 2. Hit equal. Now, cube it again. Hit x to the 3rd.
Yeah.
You see that loop?
Yeah.
That's saying x cubed is equal to 2x, which is equal to x plus x. That's an unnatural equation. That's a mathematical fallacy. And that's the beginning of your math. That's how I invented tangential flight, because you're mad someone programmed that lie in there and lied to you and you and everyone. And all your fundamentals are off. Because you know how I figured it out? Which one times
telling you, that's the shit that they don't like. That's the shit that they don't like, yeah. Especially a black motherfucker coming in and breaking down the science. Just like the one dude, what's his name? Nature Jab, right? Creating gasoline out of plastic waste. Crazy, bruh. Crazy. Fifth Element. Let's talk a little bit about ether real quick.
Of you guys,
Talk a little bit about
technique that is.
Ever wondered why your middle finger is considered swearing?
Look,
There's
y'all.
a hidden element.
This is why I call myself Fifth Element.
5 points on the body, 5 elements. 5 fingers, 5 elements. They demonize your middle finger because it's ether. But what exactly is the ether? Ether is like the blueprint to all physical creation. They covered up the ether by calling it dark matter. It's where all energy
Yeah, he
comes
went
from
missing,
and
boy.
returns
You
back
know,
to.
Terrence
Think of it as an
Howard.
eternal
What's his
water
name?
of
Terrence
life,
Howard.
feeding everything.
He ain't been talking
All
about
of our
nothing no
consciousness
more.
is borrowed. All of our minds are individualized to manifest unique experiences from the ether. Yes, the ether can provide free 0-point energy, but that is not the biggest secret. The biggest secret about the ether is that our minds can manifest whatever we project into it into a reality.
You
This is
understand
what
that,
the Matrix
family?
is showing you
Look,
with
that's
these
what the
codes.
Matrix is
And
about.
this scene in the Matrix is showing you the ether. You can change the codes to reality by changing your inner consciousness. The ether acts as a barrier from the imagination plane, astral, into the physical plane, material. Just look at the words that we use together. Ether. It connects the physical with the spiritual. You are on either side. Either. There's so much more that goes into this. Make sure to follow me.
Yeah,
Ever
that shit
wondered why your
deep.
middle
I mean,
finger?
look, Nas did. Look at Nas diss track to Jay-Z. It was called Ether. Deep, making people just think, tapping in. You feel me? Bringing your thoughts into reality, like manifesting certain things that you want into this reality. It's a thing. You feel me? This is real sacred sciences out here, man. You understand that? Yeah. Yeah, this shit deep though. TikTok conspiracy theory videos that make you question reality, y'all. Let's get it. We got a couple more videos, man. Yeah, we got a couple more videos. Let me see. Let me see if I can find this. Real. But yeah, y'all, shit lit, man. Everything's good though, you know. Where I'm at is very cold, so I'm just trying to, stay warm. Keep tapping in. And chill, man. We we almost damn near in a retrograde, so the frequency outside is you got to be careful, especially if you're a Gemini out there. You heard right now the veil is very thin. Okay, this is why the elite do a lot of their rituals during this time. You feel me? November, December, and the beginning of January. You heard? So you got to be careful. Move very cautious around these times. Stay ready. You never got to get ready. You heard? All right, let me see. I'm trying to find this video. Boom. But yeah, shit is good, man. Shit lit. Everything is good. All right, let's go into a couple more of these conspiracy theories, yo. Let's get it. We're gonna go to an hour. What?
Yo, did y'all see this? You could have God incarnated into the flesh. The minute you start limiting the stories of God, that's when you get a mistake. You make a possible horrible error. You make a new error.
That's not the video. Oh, wait, hold on. I wanted to. Damn, hold on. I had another video. Yeah, I got one more video. I kind of want to end this live on this video because this dude from Sudan, I'm pretty sure he's in America now, but he went in, yo. Look, I got to show y'all this because this was deep. I don't even know if I saved that shit, though. That's crazy. Yeah, I don't even think I saved it. See, that's crazy. Man, that's crazy. That's a fact. That's a fact, Q. You heard? That shit still resonates now. What, 25 years later, 20 years later? I could still throw that on in a truck, still bump Nas Ether. That shit fired. But yeah, he did, man. He almost took Jay-Z out with that. For real, though. That shit was, I'm telling you, that was the golden era of rap right there. That was around the golden era of rap. 05 to 2015. I'm telling you, that was the golden era of rap right there. Somebody said it was the beginning of rap. Nah, it was that 10 years right there. Right before we went through a spiritual reset. Right before the physical reset. You feel me? Because it was a spiritual reset that was at around 2000. That shit was like 2012. You heard? Word. And now we about to go into a physical reset. You heard? Where shit, everything is just gonna get resetted. Solar flare gonna knock out communications. I believe that shit, bro. For real. I really do. Just because I study ancient cultures. You heard? And I study prophecies of people that have prophesied certain things, and these things have came true. You understand? Boom. Yeah, yo, look at this though. I'm trying to find this shit, yo. Alright, shit. I guess we'll just react to those. I'll just come on here tomorrow with some other shit that I find. You heard? Yeah, tomorrow we gonna talk more about we're gonna get into suppressed technology. You feel me? Some of the shit that is just suppressed. You heard? And when people try to tap into things that has the potential to break the archetype of this reality, for instance, homie that's creating the plastiline, he says, gasoline that is created from plastic. You feel me? People get silenced, people get killed. So tomorrow we're going to talk about, we're just going to tap into a lot of these technologies that people have created in their home that can help everybody, bro. Because think about it, bro. If you can really, even Stanley Mayer, you heard? Stanley Mayer was someone who created an engine that could run off air and water. You heard? And they killed him. They got him up out of here, bro. Because think about it. If you could run your car off some water or some air, bro, think about it, bro. Think about how much money you would have. Think about how this would just change everything, bro. And that's just that little thing. You heard? Think about if you get a car, you just put a little water and air in your shit, you good. You don't need nothing else. You feel me? And then not to mention how your engine would be way cleaner. Stanley Mayer was breaking the whole shit down, how your engine you wouldn't get sludge in your engine. You wouldn't even need to do oil changes and shit like that. Like you would just put your power substance in your car and just go. Water or air, and then you going, cause that's all you need. You feel me? We talking about certain cars getting 200,000-300,000 miles. When Stanley Mayer was saying, "Nigga, you gonna get 5." You would only have to buy one car. Think about how that would crush the car. Think about how that would crush just how they sell cars. You feel me? You would only need to buy one nice car and you could, bro. Like think about that, bro. Think about that. That shit crazy to me. So tomorrow we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into all that, bro. How they suppress mad technology, shit crazy. But yo, look, we out of here, y'all. Peace, love, and abundance. Stay ready. You never gotta get ready. Stay dangerous out there in the street, y'all. Peace. We out.